Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Stationeers. I'm hanging out in my little grow slash living area right now and yeah, there's I need some work done in here. I definitely need some work, but I've done a few things. Um done a few things. I've waited off camera and my cooling situation has taken effect on that super hot gas we peeled off out of the furnace hot gas storage tank, and it's cooler now. So we can I can go over here, take a gander at this, and you see I'm down to 21.1. So Asa, hello. Good to see you again as well. Welcome on back. But yeah, I've got the temperature here down to 21 degrees C, which means I'm good to kind of link that up with this network here and let it collect all of that gas. So make sure my carbon dioxide, yeah, I've got good CO2 filters out of CO2. Means I can stop that, actually. CO2 filters and oxygen filters. Are you both good? Yes. All right. So this is now cooled. I can get this process through and then I can start on the whole process of turning this into the actual water generation. And I want to put a larger greenhouse. I want to put on the roof up here. Is what I want to do. So, I'm thinking that's kind of the goal today is get this cleaned up and get a secondary grow room, just a larger grow room, in probably about these three positions here is what I want. So, I'm gonna work on getting this gas over, and then we'll work on cleaning up here first, and sort of seeing what that looks like. And if that's really where I want to expand towards. So, what I need is you up. I'm going to need more insulated pipes, aren't I? Dang it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be short here. So I got to get all the way over to this bad boy. Oh no, I'll be fine. Would you look at that? I don't actually need other things. And link y'all together. Yeah, plenty. So that means I can click U1. Click. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Click that on, and click that on. There's no volatiles in here. You really got ahead since last video, episode 12. Well, this is a different world, so yeah, this is actually a different world than the Getting Started series. This is the classroom, a different Mars series. This is a streamed series specifically. The episodic ones, or the air quotes episodic, the Getting Started series is yeah, it's its own contained world, because I didn't want anything I did on stream to not be able to translate over to the video series and cause any sort of like misunderstandings or anything. So yeah, this is different. This is a little more complex and advanced than I kind of intend the Getting Started series to get towards, especially with phase change devices and things. But where am I? I am about 9% more than you. I'm trying to charge up a bit more pollutant to get into this system. You're 9.14, 20. Yes, I brought my pen and paper just something needs to write on. Let's see. Yeah, I need extra pollutant for that system. I have a snack here. I haven't eaten breakfast. Mmm. Delicious. Alright. And then yes. Getting a ton of CO2 now. What I like to see. I think all that nitrogen is processed out. Yes, it is. So I can click that off, save the power. And oxygen is on the rise. Alright, cool. So, with those done, I've got my gas mixers that mix in for the base, and I have a gas mixer that mixes for a fuel system. With that fuel system, that means I can actually run this guy. But I'm waiting for these filters to be fully dead. I've got 7% on one left. And once they're dead, I'm going to convert this over. Yeah, to be my new water collection system. By that point, this should be dead. I will pump the hot steam over into, yeah, I'll pump the hot steam over into this. So hot steam will hold into here. I will have probably like a heat exchanger happening here as well. Because that steam will condense back down into water. I can take said water, store it in a hot water tank that will cool via this as well. And then I can do... yeah, cool the hot water tank, and then have that hot water push into a regular water tank that'll then feed my crops up here. But yeah, okay. So that's processing. Let's go ahead and clean the roof off. I've got a bunch of wreckage up here. Angle grinders. Okay, I can do that. There we go. Look at that. Oh, nice and clean. Go ahead and fix a bit of this. There we go. Get some cabling back. I have a full stack of cables. Okay. Right. Also, I should pay more attention to the traders here. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss something cool and valuable. Orbiting organics. Ooh. Oh, you're a 6x6. Oh, come on. I have a 5x5. Hate you. Star Stop. Who are you again? I think we've seen this person before. I think you're like a grocery store. Oh, there you are. Hello, friend. Hello. It's good to see you again. Alrighty. So we got 1,262 euros? Pounds? No, that's the euro symbol, isn't it? I get $662, or $1,262, not $662. I could do with extra oil. I want to keep making French fries. I don't want a hemorrhoid kits. The hand sanitizer might be nice. Medical pills. Tell you what, we'll buy the eggs. Buy the milk. I will buy the oil. There we go. Leave the chocolate bar. Leave the flour. Take the sugar. And I will take the cocoa powder. And then... yeah, I'm not going to sell you that. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, what do we... I was about to say, where did all my things go? Whoops. That. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. And that is everything. Alright, cool. Sweet. So Star Stop was nice. 5x5 Astro Aether. Alright, we'll go ahead and Aether, however you pronounce that. Get you... Yeah, I've got time for that. My milk is spoiling. I must get it inside. Here's what this guy, sells. 96, 98, 100. There you go. Alright. And while he's landing, let's go ahead and pop our faces inside. And I can deposit all my goodies into the, What is that hissing noise? Is that just the ship? Okay, it is just a ship landing. Alright. I was really concerned something was going on. There we go. I don't know why I'm keeping the egg carton, but I am, so, leave it. Balin, hello. Evening yourself. Might as well eat since I'm in here. Toss that in, and give me some high-quality H2O. What is that? What is what? The machine I just put all the food into? That thing? Is that... Whoops. Let that fill up. What is that? Or... What is the machine I put the food into? Or what is this big thing that I just ate out of? Which one are you asking about? Guess I can explain them both. This is an oven. Yes. Fair enough. This is an oven. This is the automated oven. It is the one upgrade from the microwave. So microwave, you can put things in like potatoes and get a baked potato out of. You can do the same thing in here. But with this thing, you can actually make a bunch of recipes. While this will only take one ingredient at a time, so you can only cook certain things, this thing will actually allow you to make all kinds of other things. So I can make chocolate cakes. I have all those ingredients, the things I just bought, the extra sugar, cocoa powder, eggs, and whatnot. So I can make chocolate cakes, chocolate bars, regular cakes, loaves of bread. If I was growing corn, I could do cooked corn. I could do all kinds of things. I could do muffins, powdered eggs, pumpkin pies. I don't have any pumpkins, so I can't do pumpkin pies. Yeah, all of these one ingredient things like cooked rice, I can do in the microwave. Anything that's multi-ingredient, like chocolate bars, cakes, all these better food stuffs, I cannot do in the microwave. So you need this thing. So there's microwave, there's the automated oven, and there is one other thing. It's called a canning machine. You can make cans of food. I don't have any cans of food to show you or have that thing set up, but you can do canned food as well. And then this is just a large refrigerator. It extends, so you see this is good for 1 day while it's in the fridge. If you take it out of the fridge, it's only good for 3 hours. So fridge just, does what a fridge does in normal life. Extends the shelf life of things. So yeah, you can make bread in the microwave and other stuff. I don't believe I can make bread in the microwave. Don't think so. Microwave. What can you make? You can make resources used. They can use all of these things, and it can make... Oh, you can make them in the microwave. Oh, I didn't know that. And you're light years ahead of me. I'm still on potatoes. Feels like I'm in the motherland. Well, I'm just eating French fries right now, so I'm not eating anything super complex. I should make a chocolate cake, though. Just as a little treat to ourselves. We should make a chocolate cake, but I didn't know you could do this in the microwave. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Because I thought you could only put in one ingredient at a time for the microwave. Well, today I learned. Soybeans. need y'all to finish seeding. My wheat to go, potatoes. And then I've got a bunch of extra seeds from all this growing to expand the farm. I want to get another set of 3 grow plots here, and then I want to start using all these. Because we'll now have the air and the atmosphere to actually deal with things. Because in here, we were relatively low on the nitrogen, kind of high on the O2, and the CO2 is fine. But the soy plants breathe both CO2 and nitrogen, so I need both for them to grow a little better. But now that I've got a big surplus of all that, which is why I peeled out those extra gases from the furnace, I can actually start doing that. The advantage of the oven versus the microwave is that you can't mess up the recipe, and 2 food will never spoil. Ah, yeah. Fair point. Yeah, this is sort of manual then. This is automatic, and any foods I put inside of it will not spoil. However, a drawback is, if I try to get these individual ingredients out, which I'm not entirely certain why you would ever want to try and do that, if I pull this, I just get reagent back, and I basically wasted all of these ingredients. But again, I'm not entirely certain why you would want to pull that lever, or where you would want to use these ingredients elsewhere. Maybe if you had a couple of ovens and you were trying to split the stuff between them. But I'm not trying to do that, so I'm good. All this extra wreckage. I'm doing A-okay on power. Hey, come here. Need the wreckage. There we go. That's from all those solar panels that were on the roof that died. There you go. Bunch of wreckage. Alright. I should probably also get a recycler up and running. You know, I'm curious if I... Dang it, nope. I was wondering if that would give me, if that temperature was going to be high enough. It is not. To do the rest of the stellite I've got laying on the ground. Oh, less sad face. Oh well. Yeah, you, friend. Friendo. I have questions. What do you sell? You sell... Oh. You sell gases. Gases and steam at 800 degrees C. Liquid water. Might be nice to buy. I can sell you a bunch of other ices. Actually, not too bad. I'll happily sell you the nitrice. Get 388 more euros. Cardboard box with a bunch of chocolate bars for 300. 18 empty gas cylinders at 750 a pop. We're going to keep you around because I want to buy this water off of them. But I need to set up a water tank. So he's just going to chill out here. He's going to stay on the pad. And we'll hold on to him for a bit because I want to buy that water. Both your filters are dead. Perfect. You go ahead and drain these out, because, yeah. I figured. Turn you off. Pull you out. That out. Give me this wrench. It's liquid drain. Right. Sure where else I would use this liquid drain, but is what it is. We'll hold on to it for now. Toss, toss. And you can get turned off. Alright, I can start cleaning this up as well. But this is fully emptied. Right? Other than the... Yeah, other than the little bit of pollutant. You are empty. So, let's go ahead and get rid of that that last little bit of pollutant. Need vent. There. Give me some coil cable.
Power low.
Power low. And turn you on. And yes. Alright, cool. I'll let that vacuum that till it's completely empty. I don't want my steam mixing in there. So once you are fully gone, come on. It's gonna take a second. Once that's fully gone, you're an empty fuel tank, or an empty gas tank rather. I could sell it to him. Not sure what I would need this spare gas tank for yet. I got a bunch of spares for waste tanks already. Oh, whoops. 1 second. Sell one of those. There you go. Take a little bit of money off of them. Empty? Empty. Alright. Shut you off. And let's clean this area up. You. So if I filter the steam out, that's filtered. I can push it over straight into this existing setup. I need to disconnect this from there. Well, actually, I don't need to. It would just help. I could put a series of purge valves here, or condensation valves, these things. That'll slowly drain the liquid out into a set of liquid pipes that can run up and store excess water somewhere right in here. I think I'll do it right here. Store my water here to feed this set of things here. Yeah. That, and I've got all this space here. I could walk over, do a set of stairs to lead up. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that thought. Kind of like that thought. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's go inside. Let's grab an insulated liquid tank. Or 2. How many insulated liquid tanks should I use for this? I don't know. I just know I need a few liquid tanks. Oh, and I need, from this thing. Because I want to buy water from that guy. I need a landing pad atmospherics. Need a bit of steel. There we go. Have some steel. Yeah, that landing pad atmospherics. I'm gonna need a liquid digital valve, liquid regulator? No, liquid volume pump. Here we go. Ah, gold. Anybody got any gold? What's doing in there? You holding on to gold? No. You're not holding on to anything, I don't believe. Need your gold. Right. Yeah. Gonna need those. Super work making me late. Well, welcome on in, Cass. Welcome, welcome. Whoops, nope, not that button. Need your gold. I need this liquid volume pump. And I need a tank. Tank. Kit, insulated liquid tank. Need a bunch of silicon. There's a bunch of silicon. Go ahead and get that. goes away. Yay! An insulated liquid tank. Yeah, we'll see how far I get with the stuff I have, and then I'll come back in and print more as need be. Shut you off. Didn't post streaming Discord. Oh, crap, I didn't. Oh, no. Alright, 1 second. Shoto Matane, as the indigenous say. That should be the right link. Ah, there it goes. All right, cool. Appreciate the heads up that I missed the thing. Right, cool. I think I'm good on those. I think I'm good. I'd swap my waste tank just because. It's not as bad as Dragonfly Gaming UK. Let's pop through here. I don't definitely don't say it like that, Gaijin. You don't use the Omni Light trick? I used to use the Omni Light trick. I just never got around to making one in this. Yeah, I used to use it. Yeah, I just never got around to making one in here. Which I suppose I can. I have the surplus of resources and things. See, now I'm a little concerned with where I place the... Not that thing. Where I place, well, yeah, where I place the liquid tank. But I've got the liquid output. I need to run around. Yeah, and I think best practice is going to have this thing here. Run those liquid pipes over and then up along the exterior side of what this 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. On the exterior side over here, the back side of what this 3 by 7 expanded grow room is going to be. Yeah, where? So that tank, thinking about it. Because the water processing is going to happen there. That's going to be the steam line that'll condensate into the pipe. We were going to place it here. That would mean, oof, fair run from there to here, but I mean, yeah, so be it, I guess. Sometimes you just gotta run things the long way. Either that, or, because I'm thinking about it, I could have this line for the steam stuff get pushed up and through? No. You know what we're going to do? We're going to dig down and have a service tunnel for all my piping, I think. Yeah, I think I'll drop these pipes through the ground, run them over, have steam condense, and then I guess right here I'll do a large grow area, which means, yeah, where is in line with this shenanigans is over here. So if I do my, oh my god, just use the other controls, greedy. Yeah, so if I do this here, then I just gotta be careful because this is the input line. I gotta make sure I take power off of, yeah, this side, which is an output. And I do my big expanded grow set over here. Because 1, 2, 3... This is the hallway door. So I'll have the hallway expand over into just one large area. And I can set up a emergency airlock just in case I need the grow section to isolate itself. So, with that said, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go ahead and have this. No, I'm gonna have it here. Yeah, because that'll help prevent me from accidentally tapping into this line set. Which also means that this will be a bit of an easier run then for this. It's too close to that transformer, I guess. There we go. Stupid transformer being in my way. Alright, put that there. I need that liquid volume pump, and that is constructed. You're going to need power, which you have power actually. You're connected to this thing. I just need to run my liquid pipes over. If you tee into here, oh, do I set this up with frames? I think I do. I think I build out my entire floor with frames. Here, it's going to be easier and allow me to set more things on. So let's grab some frames real quick. Just a few so I can plot out... I can plot out my things. Yeah, we'll just take a stack of 30. Alright. Set some frames to this, shall we? To the edge. This is the hallway. If I make that the airlock right there, and cause this to be a room. Let's go a... as long as I don't blow up any pipes, that should be okay. I'm a little leery of that. But if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by... What's up? Let's go big from jump, shall we? If I do a 5 by 5 here. 5, yeah, 5 by 5. As long as I don't blow any pipes, I shouldn't need to get into that section. But that tank will be outside, so I'll be able to run this perimeter. Just in case I do ever blow it. This will be welded up. I can unweld this and still get at those pipes. So I'm fine with that sitting there. But that gives me an idea of how deep I need to go for my trenching for the pipes. Always need room to grow. Yeah, I can grow it that way, though. Grow this way. I think eventually we may expand this to like a 5x7. It'd be good. So that's gonna be in line here. So, yeah, just to the side of where you're gonna be. Great. Set those away. Let's close this. Let's get our drill here. Let's, actually see how deep I need to get below the things here. Set you to flatten. And let's start clearing our way through, shall we? Oh, hello, nitrice. Wait, I can sell you. Oh boy. There we go. Nice. Perfect. I'll have a little service tunnel for all my things. Chew away. Give me my pipes. Those down, and I'll keep them ran relatively high. Yeah, if I can do them at this level, should be nice. That way I've got headroom to come down to this access tunnel again. Oops. Oops. Eh. No. Please. No! Alright, I'll need that extra little set of 6 that's inside. Please and spank you. Let him go. Just like a groundhog. Yes. Where's the... Oh, there's a set of 8 there. I thought that was a set of 6. Huh. No, I'll take 8. Don't get me wrong. I like that. That's fun. Dang, I didn't install Bepinex, but I'm a network painter mod active. Oh well. Do I have extra steel sheets just chilling around? I do not see. Alright, so if I get you turned on. Get you to do steel sheets. Yeah, that'll make 80. We'll use all those up. I think I have everything I need. There, my brain was processing again. Give me my tool belt. Wait. There we go. Now, any liquids I buy get output by this and get fed into that network there. So, let's go ahead, click this on, shall we? And see how much I can buy. It's 18. Frickin' Jesus. Like 30 liters? Okay, I can do more than 30. 50 liters. Nope. I can do 45. 6, 47. liters worth of water here. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy all that water. Listen to it, try and blow up my thing because I didn't have the pump on. Yeah, there we go. Get that water out of you. See you holding yes, the majority of my water, as you should be. Beautiful. The mod you should learn is Zoop mod by Elmo. What does that do? Yeah, it'll be a good amount of water to start with there. For that expanded grow area. I'm gonna keep him around still, because we're gonna sell him that nitrice. We can make that 388 some odd, and buy pretty much the rest of the water he's got. I run around and get some nitrice. I swore there was a deposit near my base. I should also make the terrain manipulator so I can start filling in some of these holes. Also, I have this stupid sensor lenses. What am I doing? O2, just nitrice there. Wasn't there some easier, more accessible nitrice somewhere? You have water ice, you have volatiles, you got iron, silicon, oxides, Have you played Satisfactory? No, I've never played Satisfactory. Oh, and mentioning other games, Astroneer was on sale, so I went ahead and bought it. I got it for less than $10. So we'll be playing some of that at some point. People have been recommending that one to me for a while, but no, I've never played Satisfactory. Zoop lets you build a line of wires by the shoes with a click. Oh, interesting. You sort of lay them out and then poof. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how that interacts if you, like, accidentally intersect another segment of wiring. Will it just not place that one wire piece, or will that, Alright, there's a ton of nitrice just here. Or how does that interact with itself? Curious about that. But, it's a mod worth looking into. Shouldn't interfere too much with actual gameplay, hopefully. Usually I like my mods to be, like, quality of lifestyle things. He was taking 388, so I have 180 and climbing. I can just sell him all this nitrice he wanted. I have what? 1, 2, 306. This stack and a bit more. Alright, I think that's the exact amounts I need. Yeah, let me up. Let me up. Oh, right, turn that off. That kind of harsh on the eyes. And chew on. Oh, this is an insulated vending machine. Do I need to wait for nighttime? Since this is insulated, or this isn't the refrigerated one, do I need to wait for nighttime? Because my ice will sublimate? I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say we wait for night to deal with that. Quality mod, stacked on the workshop. It increases the stack size of many things. Does it allow you to set what you want the stack size to, or is it predefined what the stack sizes become? Because some of those stack mods get ridiculous where it's like, oh, I can stack 999 pipes. Whereas from the base 20, I'd like to change it to like 50. That way it matches some other things. But yeah. A refrigerator mini machine. Has a... Oh, I hear the sheets gyrating around. I was like, what is that noise? I don't know if y'all could hear that. Pretty mini machine has a dial on it. Ah, yes. All those steel sheets I requested. Huh. Oh, there he goes. I was thinking. I swore. Aren't I missing one still? Am I still missing a sheet? Shouldn't I have 80 sheets if I put in 40 grams of steel? I'm missing a sheet. Oh, there it is. Found it. I don't recall a stack size mod that lets me set the values. It also caused issues with rockets. Some due to the stack size being increased. Stack mod for 500 for ores, 250 for cables, 200 for pipes. And yeah, I feel like that's a very high value on some of those. I'd like for pipes to go to 50 and then like cables to go to 100 even. Because usually you end up going through so many of these. But yeah. Mill, hello, greetings. Oh, new guy here, love the content. Glad you're enjoying it. I catch a stream. Well, I'm glad you're here. Where am I from? I am originally from Texas. Let's put steel sheets in my bag, and let's go weld up the floor for the new grow area. How's the battery on this? 98? Yeah, we're fine. Also, hello, Uncle Jay. I saw you commented earlier. I don't think I said hello. I don't think I welcomed you on in. Alright. We're going to double weld all of these for this floor. Next is hello from Canada. Well, howdy, howdy. Glad to have you here. We always like our friends from the north. And this one. My extra steel sheets. Infinity Paint and Network Painter about all. I have the Infinity Paint, but I haven't reinstalled Bepinex for this new PC. So I don't have the the Network Painter shenanigans currently. Alright. We have the new platform for this grow room. Love to see it. Let's put those away. Look at this. I know if I put a floor over this, you don't see this dirt, but I don't like this dirt peeking through. Ah, yes. Alright, so that's the hallway. We do a thing around this. I may do frames for here and here. Or walls. Things, I don't know. But yeah. We'll get an airlock built in there. We'll get this area sealed off and vacuumed out. I have a few extra frames. Let's go ahead and get a... Do I want an external walkway? Yes, if I... Good, boop, boop. So that's going to be accessible from the inside. I don't know if I do a secondary airlock to get in here from the outside, like here or something. Then I could do a walkway. Give me kind of a reason to enclose more of this here. Mayhap. Place those down. Because at some point we're going to expand this. Alright. Sun is going down. It is -12. I should be A-okay to start tossing this in. We're going to start with the stack of... Oh, no. We're going to start with turning on all the power. We're going to toss in a stack of nitrice. 38. It doesn't seem to be decreasing. Okay. Cool. Great. Let's go ahead and add all of our nitrice here. Hope to see that. That should be everything I need to sell to him. Hi, friend. Sell. Nitrice. It was the exact amount. 388. Love to see that. Let's make sure this pump is on. I want your remaining water. That's some high quality H2O. Perfect. Oh, yeah. 65 liters of water. You love to see it. A little bit turned into steam, but that's just due to pressure. I get some more in there. We'll be A-okay, but that is lovely. I'm very happy to see that. Is there anything else I want to buy off you? Not super hard up for volatiles. You're selling... One increment is 100 moles at 20 degrees C, so by 100 you're selling 2,000 moles of CO2. I'm assuming it's the same for, same for you. You're selling 3,900 moles of pollutant. I'm selling 1,100 of nitrous oxide. Bulk dirty volatiles. Well, I don't want that. Steam at 800 degrees C. Oxygen canister, fuel canister, liquid canisters, nitrous oxide, and emergency water bottles. Okay, there's nothing else I'm overly interested. If I had the gas set up, I might have grabbed this CO2 and this oxygen, but not super concerned with it.
Hunger, caution.
I can get those out of the Martian atmosphere. Just FYI, I agree they're not selling X. Huh? No, I can sell him X, or I can buy X from him. He is selling volatiles. Yeah, this is what he's selling. This is what I can sell to him. I can sell him the ices and whatnot. But from him, what he is selling, I can buy volatiles. Look at pollutant again, Greedy. It's... Oh! Oh, it's negative. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, I associated X with volatiles. Sorry. Yeah, he will pay me to take his pollutant. I get 39 smackaroonies from him for it. I could buy that and just let it dump out into the world. It's a lot of moles of pollutant. though. um, I don't think it's worth it for just 39 smackers. I'm gonna say we get him out of here, and I want to make some actual money. Get an ore trader or something in here. Goodbye, friend. No one else on... No one else on comms, would seem. We'll, check back shortly, I guess? These things move so slow. Oh! Nebula Nibblers. It's gonna be like a food trader. Well, shame on you, greedy. No. So you passed up 500 chocolate bars for some water? And you would not be my roommate, I tell you now. What do you mean? I've got all the chocolate bars. I bought all that cocoa. We can just make chocolate bars. Nebula Nibblers. Let's go ahead and, we'll get you down. I don't think I'm going to be able to sell you anything. Stellar Snacks. I don't have a 7x7 or a runway. We're getting there, though. Alright. I don't think I'm going to actually be able to make money off of you, but... still worth the greetings. Yeah, look. See, canned food and things. The cocoa powder... a carton of eggs. I do usually buy eggs any chance I get, and I've got the money. Because I can't make eggs, but I can make flour, I can make the soy oil. I can't make the milk, but I've got a surplus of milk. Well, technically I have a surplus of eggs as well, but... you know, oxygen replenishment. I'm not selling you oxygen at that price, no. I can sell you potatoes. Soybeans, cocoa, sugarcane. You're not actually selling me... no. Dang it, no seeds. Do you even need cocoa to make American chocolate? Yes. Yes, you do. How dare you insult my chocolate? My chocolate. 4 cartons of eggs available, though. I can buy a dozen eggs. Acne and diabetes is my game.
Power low.
Not super concerned with getting that. I think I can get 1 carton of eggs and the extra milk. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say, give me the milk and give me 1 more carton of eggs, and then get out of here. I've got to make money. But I'm not going to get it from Stellar Snacks, so I'm going to go ahead and... oh, wait. Hold on. Nope. I need my, my vending machine on. Oops. Need that. So hard to target that thing. Alright, and then click you off. Inside. The great inside. Have the milk. Like loading up my fridge. Here we go. More cartons. Oh, soybean seed. 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 Go ahead and harvest those soybeans. Replant. Keeping the seeds because I want to expand the growing. Plant 1 more. There you go. Wheat. No, you just produce the stuff. I was gonna say, you still buy eggs? Then I remember you moved to the other side of the world. Yeah. Facts. I can't keep chickens here. see you all later. I want to watch a movie. I don't know what yet. Appreciate you stopping by, Uncle Jay. Appreciate you. Do I need to... Yes, I need to eat, and we need to drink before I get out of here again. Put noms on some french fries. Slurp down some high-quality H2O. And there we go. All right, sweet. So, yeah, you still have plenty of water for all the growing situation here. And I want to have this as a grow room, and that area through there as a grow room. I don't want to abandon this as a grow. I'll have this as a small, like, emergency setup. And then in there will be the big boy setup, I guess we'll call it. Also need this, because I need to vacuum this tank out. It's got a little bit of CO2 in it. Yeah. Take care of some housekeeping shenanigans. Oh, how are you doing on storage? 44,600. Let it keep going for a while. Thank you. Ooh. Overshot it. Put that there. Swap those. That one can go in there. Then I need that guy. Oh, wait. Did I pull the rest of the... Oh, no, I didn't. Right. That'll be the last bit of pollutants I add to the overall system here. You are a hand drill. Me wrench. Yep. Just wait for this to empty. Can't believe the cost of making biomass. I need it for water purifier so I can shower. If you're just trying to shower, or no, you want it for the water purifier, you can shower and just deal with the... Yeah, just burn the water, just get rid of it. Run the water through a... hydrolyzer? Is that what it's called? Hydrolyzer. YDRO. There's a thing in the atmospherics kit. I thought it was a hydrolyzer or something. Electrolyzer. Electrolyzer. Yeah, you could alternatively run it through this, an electrolyzer. Splits water into hydrogen and oxygen, so volatiles and O2. And then you could use those same volatiles on O2 to run through an H2 combustor if you wanted to get steam back. Filter out the steam and then just cool the steam till it condenses into water, cool that water, and then reuse that for your shower. You could do that. Or, yeah, just boil it. Also do that. There are a few alternatives. I don't know that any of them are what I would call effective, but there are alternatives. Yeah, there you go. You are doing good. I'm going to throw this liquid pipe on here just in case that that CO2 ever does passive liquid drain, that CO2 ever does get cold enough or enough pressure in there to liquefy, we can get rid of that. Do a greedy dust and don't bathe. Yeah, just air baths. Just air it out. And wait for this to get fully purged. Alright, you'll take a second to get that last less than a Pascal out. Actually, okay, yeah. So there's no CO2 contaminating these lines. You like to see that? There we go. Alright, and then this has just dead filters in it that can go get placed inside until I make a recycler. Give me you. This passive vent. I can pick up these things. I pick up this shenanigans because none of this is needed. This was so I could make a pressure differential for the filtration of extra pollutant. And then this is not going to tee into this line anymore, so pick up all this. There. Well, I guess I didn't need to pick up all of those, but you get the idea. There we go. Put those away, put that away. Alright, so you are the new water filter. Your input and output, your input and unfiltered will be linked together, which will be from this H2 combustor that also combines into this line. So this will run link, link, and link. And then you will be pilling out all of the steam from this system, pushing it over into here. You'll hold my steam. You'll do the initial cooling of steam. And then, yeah, you'll do my initial cooling of steam. You'll pass the steam to a hot water tank that I guess I could tap into this to also cool the hot water tank. We'll cool the hot water tank and then push it all the way over to here to be stored in cool water, which I don't really need to do because I have water ice literally right there. I have water ice. I don't need to do all this, but I want to do all this. Okay, let's see. So, all of this convoluted nonsense can get picked up. You. Over there. Don't need these. I will leave that as a awkward junction, just in case I ever need to get back at it. Of course, I got one extra. You should be fully done. Yes, you are. Thank you. Means I can shut you off. Hold on. And clear those pipes. Pick up that CO2, oxygen, and nitrogen. CO2. Sweet. Ooh, yeah. Looking good there. Looking decent there. And looking good here. 5.39 killer moles worth of CO2. The main issue, boiling via heat. Just cooling it back down, water. Oh, yeah. It is a, that is a bit of an issue. Four killer moles. Alright. This whole waistline is empty. Go ahead and click all these off. Save that power. So waistline's empty. You are... Oh, that's also empty. Yeah, you could use more pollutant in this overall system. But I mean, it's got enough to run decently efficiently. Obviously, I could do like a counterflow heat exchanger in here. And do some other shenanigans to improve this system, but I mean, it works for now, so I'm not going to. There, put that there. Then, alright, so from you, just going to go over. And this is going to run down over to here. I likely don't need that large tank there for this steam storage while it cools. Plus, I'm not really ready to start firing this just yet for the water, because I'll need to get the condensation valves in. And I think we're going to drop this down, and I'm going to do another service tunnel straight through to here. Yeah, I've already knocked some of this down. I think we'll get like a set of stairs that lead down to my service tunnel level. But let's go ahead and get this tunnel drilled, shall I? Here, make sure we set flatten. I want to walk from this one over, but I got sort of that issue right there, so that's... Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So from this square, just go over. Did I? Oh, no, we're fine. Is that already a hole down here? No. Alright. Did that over. What is this under? Oh, I actually think that's the tank, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh. Well, that's quite fortuitous. I can link it to that tank and bring a line straight down with those condensation valves into a water line that runs over. I could do a bit of the rest of the cooling right in this section, and then push the cooled water over into here. Yeah. So I like these little service tunnels I'm digging. I don't know why. Mole people life it just feels right. Yep. It feels right. But it's been a minute. Let me check on the traders real quick. What do we got? Nebulars and... Oh, same people. I move a little. You've only got another minute 40-ish on the clock. I think we'll come back in another 2.5 minutes, because both of these guys will be off the clock then. Yeah. So. Click them out of the way. You are... Yep. Still accumulating. Wait till this gets to about 100 to turn this back on. I mean, it's got a bunch of stuff in it as is. Iron, hydrocarbons, copper, uranium, which I will likely not be using. But I got stuff. I got the things. Well off, you're going decent. If I want to pressurize the base more, I need to turn this on. Much premix of... Oh yeah, still got a bunch of premix of the O2 nitrogen. Still on 50-50. Yeah. Push this over. So this will slowly trickle into the base via this guy. Yeah, you just needed that extra CO2, didn't you? That off, and yeah, this starts dropping. Yep, let you push. It should push all this into the base. Slowly, but should push it all in. Incrementally bring up my pressure. Click you off. Let's go put our spare O2 tank back on the refueling station. And take stock of what the next move's gonna be, which is probably print up a bunch of like doors. Not doors, walls. Print up walls. Ooh, I might actually need to make some steel. Thinking about that for walls, because I just used all the steel that was in you. Silver, iron, oof. Yeah. I mean, you get 49 grams, but that's not exactly enough. What we got here? Okay, I've got enough to do a couple batches of steel, maybe? Yeah, I've got enough to do 2 batches of steel here. And then a little to do a miscellaneous burn if I really needed to. But I've got the stuff for steel, so let's come in here. Get some heat and some pressure in there. And let's make up, let's get that out of there first. That's some of that stellite reagent. All right, let's make up a batch of steel. All right, watch this. Make sure it all incorporates. Batteries aren't required. Just the Greedy doesn't bathe. He has 4 stars, good mood, and all that. Yeah, it's not required to do the shower. It just cleans your hygiene a little bit quicker. I wish that the way I do it here, where I just sort of air myself out in my base, I wish this wasn't as effective. I wish this only brought you down to low hygiene versus critical. So the blinking red triangle, I wish this only brought you down to the yellow triangle. Just airing yourself out, and to get the rest of the way, you had to take a shower or something. But seeing as it works this way, I'm just doing it this way. But yeah, see if I can do. Let's just do both batches of steel here. Wait for you to incorporate the rest. I do take my suit off, but it seems the comeback rate. Yeah, when it disappears, that doesn't mean it's fully been cleared. You need to stay out of your suit for a little bit. All right, there we go. Vacuum this out. It's all that cool gas. But yeah, if it disappears and you immediately put your suit back on, it will come back pretty much right away. Yeah, it takes there's an invisible value that ticks up for it. I wish you could display that value somehow to know exactly how bad your hygiene's getting, or have more incremental warnings for it. But there is an invisible value for it. So I think it kind of works like your suit battery from 0 to 50. Once you hit 50%, you get the first warning. So that puts you into low hygiene. And then once you hit 25%, that gives you, or 75% rather, 75% bad hygiene, that puts you into critical. I believe is kind of how it equates over. All right, that's enough of that. I just need to put in some heat and some pressure. And I got steel. Thank you. 400 grams of lovely steel. Go ahead and vacuum you out. And let's toss all the steel into you. Probably should have split that, but I didn't. For walls. Kit walls, kit walls. We're just gonna do regular walls. I should also make some floors. That'd be nice. Yeah, you just start printing me up a bunch of walls, please. I want 400 walls, but I need some walls. I think my tablet battery was 64. Might as well swap it. Is that angle grinder doing? I don't even see where you're... Oh, you're popping up behind my... Whoops. Popping up over here. I was like, I don't even see where that's popping up. Also, was there a big battery in my... Did I have a large battery in my tablet? I'm so confused. Where did that battery come from? Had a large battery in my tablet? Do I have a small battery in my suit? No? It's weird. Hold on. A little more obvious I'm not wearing my suit if it's sitting inside of the airlock with me. So a 5x5 is going to require 5, 10, 15, 19 plus... Oop, sorry. 19 plus 20, so I'm looking at 44 of these things I'm going to want. Because I need 25 for the roof. I need 25, and then plus 5, so 30, 35, 40, and then 4 along the wall. And I say 4 along the wall because this is going to be an airlock. And I don't know if I want to do it at frames yet. So at least 44 of these. We'll just do 50 of them. That way I have a few extras from what we're going to need. But then I'm going to need, you know, the plastic sheets, and I'm going to need the... Whoops. I'm going to need, like... Yeah, I'm going to need the plastic sheets, and I'm going to need glass, because I want a few of them to be windows. I'm not going to use windows as the lighting mechanism for my plants in there. But I do want some windows because I want a little more scenery. I've also been contemplating, like, taking these storage racks and moving them elsewhere and turning that into a window so I can see outwards that way, and turning this into a window so I can see outwards that way, and I want a little more natural lighting and a little scenery added here. I think it'd be nice to start contemplating those base designs before the terrain update hits the live branch. Because I want to look at the terrain. I want to look at the pretty things. Yeah. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. There we go. Alright, so that's my 50 there. I got 26 of those. I'm going to need 2 per for the ones that aren't windows. I'm going to need a bunch of plastic sheets. Go ahead and start printing. But yeah, I'm going to need a bunch of those. I'm going to go ahead and drop that along with those insulated pipes for now. Does it sound like a song? Kind of rhythmic, wasn't it? When do I guess that will go live? Terrain update? So the terrain update is out right now on the beta branch version. I would imagine... what is it right now? It's April. I would expect to see it at some point in July. At the earliest, it would be late June, but I would expect to see it depending roughly in July timeframe, if things have progressed how they have been progressing here previously. I would expect to see it around that timeframe. I'm also going to need a bit of glass. Yeah, like Cass said, they've been working on it for a year before it hit that. So it could very well, you know, be in the fourth quarter of 2025 when that hits the live branch of the game. One more. Go and turn that off for now. Are you going to start a new game when it comes out? I will have to. Well, have to, no. Like Cass said just then. You don't have to start a new game. There will be, and you can see it right now in Steam if you go to the betas and you're deciding what version of the game you want to play. There is one that says pre-terrain update, but that will eventually disappear. If you're going to try and play with an old save using the new terrain update, the world is broken. But there is that versions piece you can click that'll be pre-terrain update. How long that sticks around, not 100% certain. I would imagine year or two it would stick around. But I will start a new game when it comes to that point, which is kind of the point of this, was to last long enough and kind of experiment with some of the systems I've not really played around with a whole lot, and give me sort of a reason to stick around until that terrain update hits, and then I can just jump into the terrain update and check out all the new things and see the new pretty stuff, and because it'll incentivize with the better looking terrain. At least to me, it will incentivize building a windowed front exterior to a base. So if I build like up on a hill, build a windowed exterior, a window wall to kind of outlook and overlook the more unique terrain we'll see. So, but I will be restarting. Whether it's on Mars or one of the other planets is still up in the air where I'll go, but I will be restarting. So, right. So we got yeah, I've got walls and things. I'll need a few doors. I'll print those up in a minute when I'm ready to actually create the airlock for that. I should actually make, because I'm going to want to empty that space out. I want to pull it to vacuum first. I should make a vent. We're going to make a powered vent. Needs electrum. Yeah, because powered vent will go a fair bit quicker there. I'll probably do Venus. Like Venus. Switch wind power. There we go. Powered vents. Powered vents need electrical parts to be built, I believe. No, that's the large powered vent, right? Powered vent. Powered vent needs kit pipes, plastic sheets. Okay, so it's the large powered vents that need the electrical pieces. All right. But that's I'll want the passive vent to connect up to that. Right. Let's go ahead. Get you on. Get you on. That's not, I'm not, that's your hands, Greedy. That's not you wearing it. Alright, so, a 5x5. I'm thinking I do windows. Thinking I do a window. A window. I want a fair bit of these. Window. Window. Window, window. That's walls. And I think I do a window here. Here. Here and here. And then the rest are regular walls, right? Oh. No. Should I do this too high? Actually. That would expand how many more walls and whatnot I need. But if I do this too high, how much space do the Harveys need? I don't... Does anyone in chat know? Probably Cass. How much space do the Harveys need? Because I want to experiment with the Harveys as well. Do I need this to be too high, or is one high okay for Harvey use? Because it'll be the plants, they'll grow, and the Harvey off the roof. I don't know how long its arm needs to be. Harveys work 1 square. Okay, so this is fine for Harveys then. Alright, good to know. Thank you, I appreciate. If you do too highs, Harveys will be float. Okay, yeah, I don't want that. Okay. Thank you, appreciate that, Cass. I do these pieces, like so. Yeah, whatever. I'll block you off via a thing. You're just gonna be a solid wall. That's the door for the airlock. Like so. Rest of these. Goes here. Here. And there. Right. That's those. Let's get our roof. Roof is just going to be these guys, but I think I'm gonna run it this way. Nope. It's a window, window. Alright, so everything's got a thing. Yeah, 6 extras. Yeah, 44, so my count was right. So check your Discord messages, see if huh? What? What are you talking about?
Hunger caution.
Okay, I see. I see. Oof. Yeah, so Too greedy favorite map? Huh. Oh, so I probably do want this too high then. I'm gonna need to go for more walls. Yeah, I'm gonna want this too high. Looking at how those Harveys are hanging down. Actually, no. I'll leave it 1 high. I'll leave it 1 high. Yeah, appreciate the visual, Cass. But favorite map? You know? Probably... I've not played a whole lot of them. Well, I've never played Venus. I've played everything else. But favorites probably... it depends on the criteria. For simplicity, Mars. Hands down for simplicity. And for the easiest access to all of the systems of the game, i.e. external pressures, internal pressures, dealing with a planet's atmosphere, temperature, and everything. I like Mars for that, but probably my favorite is going to be Europa, because heating is relatively simplistic versus cooling on like Vulcan or Venus. But I think probably my favorite is going to be Europa. I need a ton of plastic sheets. Okay. Okay. Alright, autolathe. Plastic sheet me up, please. I'm gonna let you run for a minute while I go eat and drink and drop my suit here. Did I put a... No, I put a light in there. Eat and drink, eat and drink. I need to make some food. Ooh, what do we want to eat? More fresh cooked French fries, enticing. A muffin, also nice. I do like a good muffin. Chocolate cereal bars, chocolate cake, chocolate bars, regular cereal, regular cake, loaves of bread. You know, I think I want a muffin. In all honesty, I think we want a muffin. Muffin. Very filling as well. Vulcan is easy, infinite power. Solar during the day, Sterling. Yeah. Vulcan is easy to get power. Same with Venus, you just throw up a bunch of wind. But, yeah. I like, in terms of power situations, I like Vulcan more. There's enough pressure that wind turbines do kind of work, or work fairly efficiently. You've got the solar option during the day, which is very strong, very powerful, and then the Sterlings exist at night. I think it offers... Whoa. Yeesh. Stop. I think it offers the best of all those worlds. Or at least a good balance of all those worlds, rather. Okay. I guess that'll work. And then give me... Give me a bed? Oh, dreaming of printing some doors. But I ran out of iron and copper. Yeah, give me 2 doors we're gonna need. Doors numero uno. And doors numero dos. Two weeks, hopefully just Mars. There's a great... item in the game called a stacker. Ah, it's fine. You build his workshop space to add those easily. It'd be relatively easy to get the stackers. Like if I wanted the stacker to point out this way, that wouldn't be hard to get a stacker in there. Right here, at the in-betweens for the electronics and the hydraulic, yeah, stackers would be a little difficult. But for the toolmaker and for the auto lathe, stackers would be relatively simple to get. But I like everything gyrating against itself and threatening to explode in a tsunami of parts. Mars still learning the game. Yeah, Mars is a good place to start and learn the game. It's the best access to the most systems of the game. Ah, yes, the toolmaker. Notions of printing non-stop stacks of objects. Yes. Exactly. See, you get it. Right. So, I do believe I was about to print something. I've got doors. I think everything else I need is in the electronic and hydraulic pipe vendors for the words. They fail me all the time. For the airlock. Jeez Louise. You want to fight? Yeah, that's what I thought. Where's my suit? Alright, we got a bunch of these. Go ahead and close my helmets. Hit the door. You die, just blame it on greedy. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take the blame. Alright. Let's go ahead and... I was holding the plastic sheets. I could toss in the things. Do-do-do-do-do. Ah, there we go. Nice. Okay, and then... windows. There. There. Perfecto. Magnificano. Nope, we don't have any. Nor do you, or you. Sweet. Now it's just the airlock to set up. Ah, Windows. Such a great thing. This where I can. We all start the same way. Yes, that we do. Give me on Greedy's Discord if you help. Yep, Cass is a great resource for information. Thank you for helping out the community, Cass, with questions on the game. Thank you for helping me out with questions on the game as well. I'm supposed to say I can hook up a mic soon. Usually don't. It's the music when I play. Like, ooh, oxide. How do I breathe? Die from N2 filter? Yeah. That's you need to throw a nitrogen filter in your suit if you're gonna breathe some dirty air. Okay. So, I've got my service tunnel sort of dug for this. I need to drop the... need to wrench out, actually, a steel sheet off of you. And then I've got a few pipes here. Need my wrench in hand. No! Father, why have you abandoned me? Whoop. Falling a little low. Go. Alright, sweet. It'll give me access to that underground. Go ahead and put back my still sheet for that. There we are. Honestly used to wonder why they start you off with 2 wrenches, but watching how Greedy loses his, I understand. I've never had to use the second wrench. I never had to use it. Do they still start you with a second wrench? 'Cause I don't recall there being a second wrench when I started. What are you up to? 73, almost to the threshold for turning back on the centrifuge. First thing I never had an issue with it. For others, yeah. The other that's like accidentally insert a mining belt full of ice into a furnace. Yeah, that's actually funny you should say that. That's actually last night actually, recorded the episode for Monday, so I need to edit it tonight and then get it uploaded. But I recorded the episode for Monday for Stationeers getting started, and mostly just because I wanted to blow things up is why I made the episode. It just goes over some of the systems that could go wrong, like over-pressurizing tanks if I used a volume pump versus a pressure regulator. I throwing a bunch of ice into a furnace and whatnot. Just me blowing things up is what it covers. All right, let's get this powered vent down. Actually, should I do the powered vent outside or inside? I don't think it matters really. Because I could set you inwards or outwards. Vacuum up everything in here and push it out here. Yeah, I don't... I think I'll do it outside. That way I can turn it off. And then go back in here to get what I need. Or, yeah, put the airlock together. And then I could just turn this off later. Oh. What did I need for this? I need a screwdriver. When it comes to atmospheres, this game is not forgiving. There we go. Got that together. Let's use heavy coil. So, yeah, you don't have anything hooked up to you, I get it. Right, and passive vent internally, like that. Hope that's enough volume for that network. It might be a little restrictive, but walls. So, airlock we're going to do wall, and wall. So, that's going to be plastic sheets for you, and then for you. Alright, and I can turn you on, start vacuum out that internal space. Yeah, I can look at the pipe network to kind of see what's happening. But I can start vacuuming out that internal space. Once it gets vacuumed out, I could take up that wall, take up this wall, or just this wall, actually. Take up this wall, and then build the emergency airlock, which will just honestly stay open most of the time, but it's, tease what it is. It wasn't getting forgiven before. Phase change? Yeah. Phase change. Oof. That caused a lot of extras. Everything turning into liquid because everyone had super high pressures. Seven, 5, 8. Okay, yeah. Yep. That's going to take a while to vacuum all that out. Do you tell me... Flow rate. Outward, very limited. Increase output pipe network capacity or pressure. So if I increase this capacity, because I can't increase the pressure, because I can't charge this line. But if I increase this capacity, it should help a little? Maybe. We got all these extra pipes. We'll pick them up later anyhow, so... See if this does actually help. There you go. Yeah. It'll work. It'll vacuum all that out. Eventually. So we'll check on that in a bit. Let's run over here. And so I've got that line drop there. Oh, crap, I don't have any more. I had more pipes on me. It's gonna start running that over. But I guess I'll go in. We'll grab the we'll grab a bunch of liquid pipes. Probably print up some more insulated liquid pipes. Tell the truth. Which means I'm gonna need a bit of steel. Well, you have a bit of steel in you. Yeah, so turn you on. Liquid pipes. Insulated kit liquid pipes. That'll give you 20. That'll be fine. Go ahead. And then I've got plenty of those ones. I have... Oh, probably want more valves. For condensation valves to get the liquid out. Starting with 2 isn't bad. Oh wait, hold on. Off the battery, whilst I can. Yeah, leave that. And check out the plants for extra wheat seeds. Yeah. There you go. You guys are thriving. There's a storm. Bunch of potato seeds. Gonna have some more muffin, I guess. Extra water. Oh, and a second to stretch. Excuse me for a moment. Okay. Whew. Sorry about that. My back was not kind. Okay. So. Oh, there's a volume pump there. Oh, wait. Here's that extra pipe. My hard suit helmet. And 20. There we go. I'm gonna need more than that, so extra silicon. You've got a bunch in you. There we go. Yeah, give me the extra 24. I'm happy to have those. This is what I like about this game. For me, it's the learning the things I never knew. Yeah. Stationeers does very well in that, in presenting relatively accurate real world stuff and allowing you to play with it in the game. Learn the new systems, which is why I don't rush to a lot of automation, is I like the tactile interaction with the systems in the game. It's where all the fun is to me. Right. I'm gonna make some extra flour. Go. Yeah. Have some extra oil. There we go. Perfect. Some extra shenanigans going now. Alright, so I have all the time in the world. Yes. Perfect. I wish I was. I'll get there one day. But for now, that pesky work life gets in the way. Oh, 6. Oh, wait, 7. There we go. Oh, there's a coil cable in there. Okay. Alright, that was that was a little awkward. Whatever. Grams, let's go. Alright, so I can put up more pipes if need be. I think I'll hold off for the moment. If I do insulated liquid utilities, I could do those inline instead of putting up a big liquid tank down there to store the hot water and cool it. I could just use some of these. Utility. So I'll print up, let's do 2 more of these. I think it'd be nice. There we go. Get another pair of those. So that'll be 2 sets of the inline tank liquid versus inline liquid. But it'll be 2 of these, plus all the pipes. So let's grab. Probably best to have a set of those. You're gonna want those. I've got the space, so I'll take that. And pipe liquid radiators. Do I want the radiators? Do I do a heat exchanger? Invar. I could do, I guess I could do another phase change setup, right? Down below. To use to cool these liquid pipes to a certain point. Let's just get the actual runs of the system set up. It's storming outside. Power's doing okay. I need to vacuum that line out. Those. Come on, Storm. What else can I print up in the meantime, I guess? I have spare chutes, furnaces, solid fuel generators. I have, oh, glass sheets. There you go. Regular kit pipes, so I don't need those. Got a massive amount of them. Hmm. What would be beneficial here? So question is, do I do phase change for cooling? Do I do phase change for cooling the hot liquid? Because we can cool the steam till it condensates. We'll have the condensation valves pull the liquid. I'll still have very hot liquid though, and I'll want to cool that liquid. Now, if I use radiators, it'll cool it to the point where the water freezes. Use Celsius, please. Yeah. Because we get well below this at well below 0 at night. But what if I targeted... Yeah. So do I phase change cool or... Because I can either A, use phase change devices, or was it purge valves and condensation valves? Is it purge valve and condensation valve? Not you. I need a regulator. Yeah, pressure regulator. Please give me one of those. The purge valves? Yeah, purge valves and pressure valves. If I use these, we could make a custom phase change loop for cooling. But that's still phase change cooling. For base cooling? No, for cooling the hot liquid we're gonna have, because we're gonna use the H2 combustor to get steam. The hot gas will all go into the tank for the furnace. We're gonna use a filter to pull off the steam. It's gonna go over into the current phase change that's set up. Oh, storm's over. We can go outside and look at it. Change this. Up. I think my pipe layout this look like that. So what's gonna happen is H2 combustor is gonna go over and get stored in this for hot gas for the furnace. This filtration is going to pull the steam out, which I just left the filters inside. It's going to get stored in here. This is going to cool till it condensates, and that's what that line down there is for. I'm going to put the condensation valves in, and they're going to pour into a set of liquid pipes. However, it's still going to be very hot water. So I need that hot water to get cooled. So either I use phase change for the cooling for it, or I cool it another way. And I don't necessarily need this phase change to cool the steam. I can take this and move it down there, because I don't need the phase change for this steam. I can actually just throw radiators on this one, even maybe take one or two of these radiators, throw it on this. This will cool the steam. The steam will condensate and get pulled out before it gets to freezing temperatures or enough liquid builds up to blow this pipe network. And then I want to cool the hot liquid before I push it into the tank that's going to be used for the new grow area, is what I'm wanting to do. So check on this. Or you're getting there. It'll take a little longer. Should also check on traders. We have Stellar Snacks, Build Inc., and Metal Mavens. Build Inc., though, please. You're gonna sell me, like, sheets and whatnot of land. However, I'm not gonna be able to get that. 9x9 with 20 run... 20 long thing runway. Words, yeah, they work. Can I sell you... Oh, god dang it. You want the actual ores. No. No, 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 no. Or you want the ingots. I wanted to sell you ores. You're buying tier 1 alloys. I can sell you. We're gonna sell this man a cake. Hold on. That's 250 smackers for a single cake. I can make a cake. I'd use counterflow heat exchanger. Active and passive vents. That steam will be about 2,000. Yeah. It'll be very hot steam. So cooling it and getting it to condensate and then cooling the hot liquid is gonna be the thing. I need a cake, please. So I can sell it for a bunch of money. Oops. It's not the light button. Also didn't vacuum out the other things. Metal Navens and Forge take ores, I think. Well, definitely can't bring them down. I don't have all the pieces. I need more. Need more landing pads. Landing pad, basic copper and steel. Other way. Go. There's some steel and a bit of copper. You'll print me 10 landing pads. That's fine. I'm gonna need more than that, but that's a start to the next expansion from a 5x5. Cake goes in. Hey, friend. I have that cake you wanted. Ha 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 ha. Oh, yeah. Alright, go ahead and get out of here, friend. Building Stellar Snacks. Yeah, I don't care about the rest of that. What did you get up to, by the way? You're 88. Okay. Keep going. Probably empty this thing out, but I'll get to that eventually. Maybe. Probably not. I am ready to combust, though. Just not ready to cool. The only thing I'm waiting on. But I can combust. I can push it over here. This will already start cooling, but if I disconnect this set, this will stay hot as steam, and I won't have to worry about it. So let's do that, shall we? I can at least get the furnace temperature up, because that'll allow me to yeah, well disconnected. Let's make sure you're go. Disconnect. Whoops. this as well. That there. And this is, yep, clean. I need to grab those H2 filters. H2 filters? H2O filters. There. There. Alright, let's go grab the filters. Okay, all time for bed. Great chat. Well, thanks for stopping by, Asa. Appreciate you. And hope to see you again. I needed where did oh. There we go. I walked in here for those for these. Yep. These bad boys. All right. Let's go ahead and in. You are already linked up. It's got all of you linked up. So you're good. You're going to push all that over into here. That's going to heat you up. As that pressure goes up, you will purge that pressure back down. So I'm fine there. Alright, I am ready. We can quick save that. To get this combusting, turn you on. Actually, give me this. Turn you on. Oh, it would help if you had power, wouldn't it? Where do I grab your power from? Do I grab it from inside, or... No, I think I grab it from over here. There we go. Now we're good to start doing the thing. Okay, yeah, that water is still turning into steam. It's fine, that pressure won't build up too quickly. Or that stress won't build up too quickly. You're taking that steam out. Yes, yes. You are 2,000 degrees, so that'll be heating this up. I wonder. How much power does a combustor use? Actually want to shut these things down for a second. Actually, no, I want to keep pulling you out. Because I think I want to empty this down. Like, bleed most of this pressure out. Most, if not all of this pressure, and then push all the rest of this in. But a H2 combustor. Thermal. Base power usage is 10 watts. I think it shoots up more from there. I don't have my network analyzer on me, so I can't tell you specifically. But what if I... You know what I do have on me? Labeler. Confirm. How quickly does this huge pressure differential? So that goes fairly quickly. Yeah, I think I want to remove most of this pressure first. And then add the exceptionally hot shenanigans. Let you keep trying to pull all that. Yep. Steam. Yeah, trying to reheat this many moles worth of gas. It'd be better if I just... Get you down to... You know what? 0. What if I just empty it entirely? It'll take a minute to empty at this rate. God, this is probably such a bad idea, right? What if I just... Ah! Oh! Hello. Yeah. Probably lost too much pressure for this to work. Aw. Yeah, I'm already down enough pressure that it doesn't launch me into orbit. Dang it. I should have done it the first time. Sad face. Right, but that does get the majority of this out of here. Very happy for that. Why F5 is quick save? Oh, okay. Missed our opportunity to launch ourselves. You are mostly gone. I am gonna wait and zip it all out. Right, wait for it to equal out with the world pressure at 2.15, and then I'm gonna throw the back pressure regulator back in, and then let it vacuum as much of this out to start with. Let's go ahead and the wrench, there it is. There. This. 0. Oh wait, hold on. That's pressure regulator. I need a back pressure regulator. Yep. And yeah, allow that to keep zipping all that out. And then we'll go ahead and turn this back on. 1185. Yep, you will stay as steam. We do love so to see that. How much is in the tank? 11 moles of steam. Yeah. I'm wondering what's the goal with the combustor, hot gas tank. It makes water. H2 combustor takes an oxidizer, in my case oxygen, and a combustible, the volatiles for this world, and it explodes them. It creates all this gas, mostly what you see in here, and I'm interested in that H2O there. That's what I'm interested in. Also, this is getting enough that that's turning into shenanigans. 51 pass. Okay, that is enough. I want to get this system running, and I want to set you back to 30,000 because that's going to be 30 megapascals for you, right? Because you're in kilos, so every 1,000. So it's 3 megapascals. Yeah, that's 30 megapascals. It's the halfway mark for you. Right. I can turn you back on. Heat up. And you add, yeah, the temp rising, rising, rising. As you pump out hotter and hotter gas. You give me the steam. Perfect. And now I have enough temperature to actually do that stellite. So what do you mean what Greedy specifically? I don't think even Greedy really knows. I know what I'm doing. I'm using the hot gas to be stored as hot gas for the advanced furnace, and I'm taking the steam from that hot gas to be turned into more water, which I don't really need to do, but I like playing with those systems, so that's what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I just not super great at executing on what I'm doing. He sort of wings it. Yeah, I like winging it. Why are you making water on Mars? There's water ice. Because having a better grasp and understanding of this system and kind of how to utilize it in certain ways will allow me to be better set up if I go to, or if I go back to Vulcan, or if I go to Venus and places where I can't get water ice. Knowing this system and being able to play with it and deal with all of its steps to get to a usable temperature water is nice. But that's also why this world is called Mars Classroom, or Mars Class, or whatever I call this, is to kind of get a better grasp of all these systems. So I'm gonna let you run, let you burn through. Looking like your temperature's leveled out. It shot up to like 24, and now it's, what's that, 22062. So yeah, I've got plenty of pre-mixed fuel for this. Better making water in Vulcan is easier. Yeah, because it's in the the volatiles are in the atmosphere. So that bit's a bit easier. So yeah, and I'll keep this as hot steam for now. I won't start cooling this side just yet until I get the underside set up and I decide on what I want to do for the what I want to do for the underside cooling. Vulcan. One of the two. But I guess what you mean. 2057. Yeah. 2,000 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead, go inside, see if I can't get the oh, my sensor lenses have a small battery. That's where the other big battery came from. That's where you're supposed to be for my sensor lenses. Alright. Let's drop our suit. Remind myself again. I want to say it's stellite is this reagent. So satellite. Silver, silicon, and cobalt. Is that what's in here? Silver, silicon, cobalt. Okay, yeah. It is, in fact, the stellite. So I need 1.8 temperature minimum. And then I need 10 to 20 megapascals. Vacuum that out. So let's go ahead and get all these in. To incorporate. I think that's the final set, right? Yeah. Okay. So you're done. Add. Seriously? Why is the temperature lower than it was? Oh, now it's climbing up. 1.35. Oh, come on. Am I really going to have to... What is the Celsius for 1.8 kilokelvin? Does anyone know? Alright, vacuum that out. I'm not gonna have that gas just cooling in there. 8 kilokelvin to Celsius. So 1,800 kilokelvin to Celsius, or Kelvin to Celsius, right? Is, oh, it's only 1,500 C. So I have enough. You were just cooling for some reason. I have 2K in there. K to C is easy. Yeah, it's like minus 270 something, isn't it? You just take Kelvin and minus 270, say, yeah, 273.15. Yeah, add or subtract depending on the direction you're going. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was in the ballpark of that. All right, so if I stop this, that temperature is hot enough out there. It's like 2K out there. Why is it 1.4 kilokelvin? See, that concerns me. All right, push that out. I need to figure out why that's being the way that it's being. Suit, helmet. All right, let's go figure out why that's coming into the furnace as I mean, you're still 15. It's because I pumped a bunch of cool gas in you. Why? Yeah, and you're still outputting, yeah, 2K. Huh. Yeah, why is it cool so quickly once I get it into the furnace? Your furnace is cooling down? Yeah, but why so rapidly? Is what I'm curious about. Letting all this vacuum out right now. Even no insulation around the furnace. Yeah, but would it still happen that rapidly? I didn't think it would happen that quickly. Like, I knew it would happen, just not, like, instantaneously. Like, drop hundreds of degrees Celsius. Still sheets. Hey, you. There we go. Oh. It's like 0C outside. Yeah. I figured I'd have more time, though, is, I guess, what I'm a little more miffed about. But there we go. That'll close that in. That'll deal with it cooling so rapidly. I still have enough temperature for another attempt. You're still dumping hot gas in. To 500 and much, yeah. Still drops. The devs hate us. Fix perfect insulation. I don't need it to be perfect insulation, but I figured it'd be like 75% insulated, you know? But whatevs. Alright, so you're empty. Now let's quick, fast, in a hurry pump in a ton of this, right? 1.65. See, it should have been like 1.8 something. Why are you... And it's still dropping. Oh, liquid water. Oh, crap. Right. It's coming in here and it's starting to condense. That's going to cause the temperature to drop a bit more rapid. Okay, I need to get all the steam out of there then. So, I need to wait until I have enough of that fuel burnt off, and then I'll take out the water. Because the water is going in, turning into liquid water, but then it's evaporating, which is causing a cooling effect. Did you hook up a liquid pipe? No, I did not. Because I was going to pull all the steam out. I just rushed to trying to use the hot gas before I got the steam out of the system. Because I figured it'd be hot enough, but clearly no. Yeah. So I need to get all the steam out of the shenanigans before. So that's why it's dropping so precipitously. Is that? So we process the steam out, and then the water won't liquefy. I can go in and get a liquid pipe on there as well to kind of help with that, or help get rid of the shenanigans. All right, I'll wait till you're empty so I can just shut this off. You are none. There you go. Turn you off. Alright. So now I know. Soybeans. Beautiful soybeans and potatoes and wheat. Swap that. Need new. I should just make the bigger filters. I have the things. I should just make them. Alright, so that explains the temp drop. Yeah, now you're too cold. You're still putting in hotter gas, but now I have to wait for you to come back up. Which shouldn't be too long at the rate. But I do want all that liquid out of there. So you're making more. Need you to make more, but then I need you to get rid of the other stuff. Ugh. You can use a condensation valve to pull the liquid water before it evaporates. Yes, I could. It's still going to evaporate. I'm not overly miffed about that. I am worried. Or not worried, rather. I am upset that I forgot about the this guy down there to get rid of the liquid that does happen inside of it. So, I'll leave this open for now. Actually, I won't leave it open. I will just push some pipes over that I can access. There. Now that'll be insulated. I'll have access to liquid pipes that are to the thing. They're empty for the moment. But I can, pull them over and then put like a liquid drain on it. Because there is the possibility things like, or other things turn into liquid in there, depending on the pressures and temps, if it gets too low or whatnot. Okay, you are above what I need, I believe. I think I need like 1530-ish, give or take a few degrees. So you're above what I need, but that water is going to cause that same issue. So I need all the H2 out of there. I'm not going to rely on this pipe getting all the water before it drops the temperature too much. So I'm going to leave you running for a while. Keep you running for a while. Yeah, you'll have plenty of filters. And then get all that H2O out of here. And it can store over here. Just stay as hot steam. I am okay with that. And then let's go ahead and pop down and lay some more of the groundwork downstairs, shall I?
Caution.
Your hunger's caution, lady. Oh. Wait, hold on. Are you done? You are 2.6 pascals. So, happening slowly, but it's happening, I guess. Alright. Back into the mines. And they call it a mine. Need that terrain manipulator. I need my... Not expansion valves. Need the condensation valves. And I think, yeah, we'll have them happen... Go ahead, have them go this way, and then have the pipe run over, and then down the... Whoa! Then down the tunnel? Or do I have it go this way, and then up this? I think if I go this way, I save a bit more, I save a bit more resources. I'm still on flatten. Pull this out a bit. I think I save a few pipes if I do it off to this side, right? Close that. Oh god, what was my... Oh, last filter's at 81%. Get a little bit. By condensation valve. 2 and 3. That is my liquid pipes. Oh, need more. More kits. You gotta come here to go that way. That. And I can ensure enough volume is in here by doing a couple of large inlines. There's more of these. This will come down this way. I'll do in this section here somewhere the cooling before it gets to be pushed over here. Love the inlines. Inlines are great. But yeah, I can have those instead of having just one of the large liquid tanks. I can use these inlines to sort of the hot water. And then get it moved off to over there. Once I cool it, which will happen in this area somewhere. So I'll need to hollow out a bit of this. Still hate the new one-way valve, though. I want the old one-way valve back. What's the difference between the old one and the new one? They're just... how much could you change a one-way valve? I'm confused. Is it... The name is the descriptor. It's a one-way valve. It only allows flow in one direction. The old one didn't have a stupid hand. Oh. Yeah, why does it have a hand? Well, I mean, you may want to shut it off for certain reasons, I guess. But, I mean, it's just one-way valve. If there's pressure over here and pressure over here, higher pressure, it'll allow flow this way. But if higher pressure's over here, it does not allow flow backwards. I mean, it's a little hard to imagine why you would want that to be ever shut off. If it's like a redundant system, is usually why you have a one-way valve in. Is to make sure you don't have a backflow of something. But yeah, I kind of struggle to think, yeah, actually, why would you want to turn that off? Alright, so get a few of those set up. I want to get the terrain manipulator. I want to fill in some of the other shenanigans. Where am I at with yeah, you're back up to 1689. You're still pumping out 2018, 2017 temp. You're still pulling off all that. Get that liquid water. Want both options? Yeah, yeah. I bet, but the argument's there. Just if you want both options, why not just always leave the valve open? If you want it to be like the old one, then I guess. So. But regardless, all right. So 1702. You can accidentally click through walls and stuff, and just one more thing to accidentally turn off. I suppose. Great, 27. Oh, you're back to 2018. All right, so you've evened out, I guess. All right, where did the silo get up to? 110. Yay. Happy to turn you back on. But let's get that terrain manipulator first. And then I'll deal with getting the centrifuge spun back up. Also get some food and water in me. Go. Water. And food. Muffin. Soybeans. Seeds. There we go. Ooh, hey. I have 11 soybean seeds now. Nice. Go. Also in there for the time being. Oh, crap, right. I need to vacuum these things out. Let's get another CO2 filter and a terrain manipulator, shall we? Filter carbon dioxide. I can make 2. Perfect. I'll need 2. And a terrain. Gold and copper. Okay. I'm afraid I might be out of gold. Oh, I have gold in you. Go. Gold. Terrain manipulator. And then I need the dirt canister. Here we go. Alright. Terrain manipulator needs a battery. I'm just going to toss a small one in it for now. Put my mining belts. You go here. And then the ore canister goes here, so I can mine around and get that filled up, so I can start hatching the land. There and there. Perfect. Okay. Off, off, off. Okay. Did I need anything other than the terrain manipulator to eat and drink before I head back outside? Anybody recall? I don't think so, so I'm gonna go through. $53. And that's creeping back up. 1754. Yeah, I'm just going to let you keep going while you're processing that out. Might have been nice to have another filtration unit to have that happen quicker, but whatever. Should have a... There is too a pressure differential. I guess it would read 0 if I have this and I have this linked up to this, but I mean it's doing its thing. It's just slow because of that lack of pressure differential. I guess I should have had this feed into the input and then the output just feed over here. Would have been the way to go. But yeah, it didn't. So alright, it happens the slow way. I may change that later. But for now, it can happen the slow way. Alright, let's get you spun back up, please. Let's just start swinging along. Gonna take a second. Check the traders, all these little housekeeping things. Cosmic Forge. Ooh. And Meteor Mechanics. Let's interrogate. I can only interrogate one at a time, apparently. Or you're 83 from contact. Yeah, we'll get you, land you, and then, see what he sells. Or what I can sell to him, rather. Because I need to make a bit of cash. Come down, friend. I'll interrogate the other guy in the meantime. Stress is on the decline. Spin you up. Oh, stress is on the rise. Hello. I can sell you... Yes, I can sell you ores. Sweet. Alright, so we'll keep you around. I can also buy... Oh, I can also buy the tier 2 things. Yeah, I can make the other part of my hard suit then. Right. So okay. Alright. Do need to sell things to you. I don't recall how much stellite I needed for the... How much I was short. For the hard suit itself. I know I have the helmet. I have the hard suit jetpack. The actual suit itself. Takes 2 step... Am I out of the astraloy or the stellite? Will you buy cobalt? I don't think you will. Oh, I can. 16. There we go. Close. It's not super great to do that. I understand. Sell. Silicon. Here you go. It's more. If I could buy 2 of that, and then the astraloy I need 10 of. And then it was steel I needed. I have a bunch of steel inside. Yep. You're gonna grind to a halt, I get it. Spin you back up here in a second. Uh, 39. There you go. And 34. There you go. More cash for me. Yeah. Vend you. Vend you. And I'm going to shut this off just so I'm not wasting the power before I'm ready to trade again. Actually, you know what? Since it's off, plenty of shenanigans. There we go. Now you're empty. Perfect. Your solar panels, they reg or hardened? The ones that are feeding my battery are hardened solar panels. Yeah. The ones I picked the scrap up from at the beginning of the stream were regular ones. They were sitting in here. But I've already replaced them with all these hard ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So. Yeah. Okay. He buys ores. Let's give him... Give him a bunch of this shenanigans. Yeah, I can part with some copper. Silver ore, hold on to the nickel. Don't think he was buying uranium. I want to hold on to the gold. I want to hold off onto enough for, yeah, 1 stack of steel. Or 1 full complement of steel, rather. Lead, bind to that. A bit of extra cobalt. And, alright, let's see where that gets me cash-wise, shall we? So, up at the top, thank you, phone. That was very kind of you. What am I at? 258. So, that's nice. I'm at 70 for the copper. I didn't put in any more silicon, no gold. I put in 109. Coal. I didn't put in any more lead, no nickel, no silver. Put in 22 for the cobalt. Yeah, I can make a fair bit more cash off them. Another 342 euros or money for the iron. Another several hundred for that. You.
Power low.
The gold. Yeah, we'll keep them around for now because I want to make some more cash. But I will hold off on selling them anything else at the moment. Wait, are you fully... Yes, you are. Turn you on. Let you start spinning up. Yeah, there we go. Making some progress towards saving up this stuff. 1828. Yeah. Want more moles of gas in there. We'll leave that. Let's grab my drill. I'm still set on flatten. I do, yeah, some of this. I want to fill up that ore canister. There we go. That's it. And now, fill in some holes and things as I want. But mostly I want to use it underneath first, before I can start filling in all the divots up here. Alright, let's go make the hard suit. Hard suits do make you burn through more food, I do believe. But I think it's worth it. 2 grams. How much stellite did I have? I had, okay, so it was the astroloid, or the astrology, that I was short. What do I need for the hard suit? I'm gonna need more steel. There's enough steel. Hard suit. Ah, there we go. Got it. So, how about we go ahead and oh crap, I didn't empty out the waste tank things. Get this. I want a suit stand. Does anyone... The hydraulic pipe bender? Or the suit rack? Suit storage. Yes, it is. Iron, copper, and silver. Seriously? Oops.
Power low.
Your power's low. Copper. Need a hard suit. Toss it over here. Iron, copper, and silver. Dang. Alright. That'll be a dream for another day then, I guess. And anything else I want out of here? Disposable battery charger. What the? Brain manipulator, Luna. We can make a friend. Mission charge, energy pistols, energy rifles. I don't need any of that. Anything fancy out of here that I would like? Honestly, nothing in particular comes to mind. We're just gonna shut that off for now. Get the hard suit, get my seats. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Let's grab you and grab our regular suit. Get your boys side by side. Swap over all the things, shall we? Alright, so that's... Go. Stay in the pile. Alright, there we go. I have a new suit. Get basketball? Yeah. Playing some games, are we? But alright. Let's throw on our new suit. Let's go ahead and swap batteries. That up. Okay. So. I think happy with that. Let's go back outside. Spin the centrifuge the rest of the way up. If I remember correctly, it's a basketball hoop. Yes. So, ooh, I remember correctly, it's dark outside. Let's get you spun the rest of the way up. Alright. I'll just take you to the top. Oh. Stress not accumulating fast enough. Should be fine. This should spin all the way up. Right? Maybe? Oh, right. If I open that, I can actually start processing things. 27, 28, 29. Yeah, okay, so it's climbing slower now, so we're good. Unable to trade things off, alright. 820, yeah, going back down. Alright, you're spun all the way up. We're happy there. You're actually processing ore now that I've opened up the floodgates. Okay. And how are you doing? 10. Alright. You still have... you've got a bit of fuel left. I might let it burn through all of the fuel that I had pre-mixed for it. Because that'll give me a decent amount of pressure for here. Enough moles of gas that this shouldn't drop too quickly as I'm, you know, pulling away from it for the furnace to heat things. So yeah, I'll let this run through the rest of this fuel. I'll let the steam can just stay in here. Because I'm not ready to cool it yet. And last thing to check on is our greenhouse. I'm gonna put my tablet away. Turn you off. Oh, very little. It's just CO2 left in there, it seems. So I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect this. And I'm gonna say that I am good to do the airlock for this. And I'll pull all this. Actually, I should pull this off now. Or at least these pieces, because they're gonna cool the inside atmosphere when I link them up. Oops. You go there. You're there. Now leave. Yeah, that where it is for now. Okay. So, speaking of atmosphere, I don't have enough in my base currently. To meet our needs at the moment. So what I'm thinking is, how's my gas mixers going, actually? Oh, I see that I have it off, actually, tell the truth. Why did I have that off? Oh, nope, not what I meant to do. Yeah, you've still got plenty of moles. You've got plenty of... Yeah, shouldn't have had that off. This should have been mixing this whole time. Of those big honking vents to build my airlocks now using 2 of them. Yeah. It's a very quick airlock is what that would result in, which is nice if you're going to build bigger airlocks or faster airlocks. But yeah. Anything else been out here? Oh, Night Balin. Appreciate you being on by here. I'm probably going to wrap the stream in the next half hour or so anyways. Because I do have some particulars to take care of for the videos. So I'll need the extra time. So unfortunately it'll be about 3.5 hour stream instead of a 4. But that's alright. Yeah, so you are slowly adding the pressure into there. Yeah, so you're mixing. Actually, how much was left in that? Oh yeah, that'll be a good add to the base. So that's adding to there. I need to get a filtration set up to take excess oxygen out of the base as it gets made. So I'll probably actually want to write a MIPS for that and connect a gas sensor up so it can sense the gas mix in the base and have it pull out excess O2 to feed back into there. So yeah, I will make some more service tunnels, a set that goes across here, or actually comes through the hallways. Be a good place, because this is hallway. Have this come through here, dip down and go across these. Then I can have that base filtration set up. I'll do some MIPS for it with a gas sensor, so I can pull excess O2 out and pump back into here when the plants eventually start overwhelming what I am breathing out. And they might actually be close to that point. But I am good to set up the airlock for here. Again, this is a big enough area that I think it'll drop me below my ideal grow range. I don't think it'll drop me below the minimum, but at least the ideal is going to drop me. So, should have had that running longer. Oh well. So, give me crowbar. That's what I'm going to need for that. 74 in here. Yeah, if I add that, that's like 50% the size of the base, if not more. So I'll drop by at least a third of my current pressure. I should drop by, if not more than that. A third to half. It shouldn't hit half, but it'll be in that particular range.
Oxygen low.
Yep.
Low
Yeah.
pressure.
Run back over here.
Critical.
Excuse me. I guess I did drop by. Oh no, it's equaling out.
Oxygen low.
I get it. Oxygen's low. Yeah, it dropped by. Okay, about what I thought it would drop by. Give me that. Give me fuel. Give me fire. Give me all that which I desire. Go. This is the block that the airlock will exist in, right here, where these walls are. This is when you find out you missed the window or something. No, we would have found that out when I turned this off and I checked the pipe network here, because it still would have read 2 kilopascals instead of the less than 1 Pascal. So we would have found that out beforehand. But that would have been funny. Been like, oh, I missed the window. Oh, man. Alright. So you're fine. You can still work and cool the base. That out of here. Yeah, you're going to add pressure. You're trying to get me back up to 90. So, yes, I am still above my potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Yes, I'm still above the minimal ideal grow pressure. I'm at 51 kPa. It's still equalizing a little bit. I might dip down to about 49, 48 when it's fully equalized. But that shouldn't be too terrible. Yeah, we're still growing good. And the gas composition for the base? CO2, O2, nitrogen is low. Oxygen is high. CO2 is decent. It should come up, though,
to be 50%. So it's close to what it needs to be. Oxygen is high. I need the oxygen to get displaced with the nitrogen a bit more. So. But yeah, I should start pulling out excess O2 that's in here. So I think right here, I'll do a filtration unit that'll shoot down. Unfiltered will come back up here. Filtered will go down there. And a gas sensor up here. And an intake up here. And it'll just grab the excess O2 that's in this system. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, but now I got a big old open area over here that I need to add some lights into. So I'll print up some more lights. Actually might... No. Yeah. We'll keep those there. I should get, I should get a few more solar panels up and running. What do I need for the hard solar panels? I can buy the astrology and whatnot. Astroloy, waspaloy, stellites for solar. Solar panel heavy. Electrum and astrology. Okay, so I need more astrology. That's what that stuff was. Right? No, that stuff was stellite, for whatever reason. That I was making extra stellite. But I can buy some extra astroloy. Was the atmospheric gases on Mars? Carbon dioxide, volatile, not volatiles, pollutant, or I think commonly called X. And then just like a minuscule amount of like O2. But it ranges between like negative 48 at night and I think upwards of like 8 degrees Celsius during the day. Adam, hello. 7th day, no power. Northern Lower Michigan. Oof. Oh, that's rough. Sorry to hear that. Oh, wait, there's the silver I needed for... What was I trying to print that needed silver? Was it in you? It was. It was the suit storage. Silver. And you just need iron. I have steel for you, for those panels. Copper, electrum. At the electrum. I think I need to smelt extra copper. I think I'll just set up the arc furnace outside and let it do the copper for now. And then I need to buy some astrology. Gonna put this here for now. Yep. Yeah, processing. But yeah, plus you here. Go ahead and eat some of the copper. Excuse me. Do that. And then... Okay, friend. What can I... How much... Astrology. If I buy a set of 5... No, I have 5. I need... 10. So that gives me 15. Because I have 5 in the electronics printer now. So I need increments of 15 to get more. So 15... Let's go 45. I could do... I can do 75. Dang it. 5 short. Okay. I can do 60, which is another 4 panels, 5 panels with the set I have now. So let's go ahead and buy that. like that. Go ahead and close you, because I can still make money from you, as well as buy some of the stuff. Right. Click you off for now. Planetary produce. And how much copper do you have left? Process. Ooh, a bit more. So, forget how slow that was. And you're all out of fuel. Okay. That means I can turn you off. Actually, if I leave this on, it doesn't look like you're pushing this out of the way, so yeah, you can just cool down in there, I guess. Yeah, because you're not getting rid of all of your contents internally anymore. Whatever. Yep, you're processing. You got 344 more moles of that. Alright, so as soon as I get the rest of that H2O, that steam out of there, we are good to try again to do that processing. So let's go in. Let's grab this copper. Throw in another set of copper. Let you start. And let's go in and put up a few more solar panels. I can increase the power income during the day. And then I may eventually start looking at a gas fuel gen down the road. You go in here. Along with astrology. Or astrology. I can do solar panels. I can do 2. Copper's limiting factor here. Steel. Oh, you got copper. That'll let me do 3 of those. It's 3 of those panels. Yeah. Well, I haven't dipped below any of these being dead. I would like it to be, you know, a bit more robust, because I want to add another large battery here. And I think this run will come over here, and then up on this wall I have the transformer for the room to power everything in here. And then do I have iron chilling around, or do I need to smelt up just like iron ingots? Solder, Inconel. No, I'll need to smelt up some iron. Oh, wait. Oh, no, yeah, I'll still need to smelt up iron. Because they need hydroponics. Yeah, I'll need to smelt up regular, because it's 10 per, correct me if I'm wrong, hydroponics tray. Yeah, it is 10 per. Okay. Oh, there's one solar panel. Nice. I will take that. Along with some glass. Thank you. Drop that plastic. And we'll go set up a extra solar panel, shall we? Alright, well, the other one's print. Yeah, hydroponic rays eat up a crap load of iron. Yeah. And 10 whole oop. I saw that. 10 whole iron. So if it does that, that's 5 more trays. 6 with the one that's in there. Right, no, I was leaving a space. That is data. That is power. You to go this way. Oh, nope, there we go. That, and then that. Yep, there you go. You're tracking. I love to see it. Glass and a welding torch. There you go. Ah, just in time for the sun to come up. Would you look at that? As the horizon gets brighter, so will my power reserves be brighter. Oh, I do need to place more frames going down this way. Because I'll finish off of this row. That'll be, what, 3, 6, 9, 12 solar panels. So I only need 2 more, it looks like. Yeah. 2 more. It's going to print up, what, another 4 or 5 more? Actually, I could do 15 if I do 1 more set back this way. Yeah, we'll do 15. We'll do another set here. And that'll be, that'll be our solar. So 15 of these solar panels. And then I'll just start looking at making a gas fuel generator for extra power and whatnot. But the 15 for now should support this size of a base fairly well.
Power low.
Power low. In. Alright. And those go in there. Print me up some hydroponic trays. I get 6 of them. That'll be good. 1, 2. You ran out of copper. That is fine. Crispy Cactus, hello. Greetings. Oh, new player here. What should I do if I mess up my soybeans I got in the start and have none now? If you run out of any particular seed, the only way to get more seeds is via trading. And we'll step outside and I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, if you mess them all up and you have no more seeds and all your plants are dead, there's no way to get more seeds except for via trading. And that's what this setup is. Now, I have a medium panel here. You can do a small panel. But yeah, you're going to need to call in ships that have guys. Whoops, going to need to turn this on. And you're going to need to trade. So this one in particular just sells alloys and whatnot, and I can sell him ores. If you notice, if you're looking in your game later, your little suit, your uniform, has a couple of inventory slots, and these 2 locked slots are for an access card and a credit card. You should start with $200. So yeah, you should start with $200. Ah. Oh boy, I don't have... If I'll last long enough to do all that. You should have also started with potato seeds. Did you not have any potatoes? But yeah, you'll have to get this set up. You'll need a communications motherboard, a computer, a satellite dish. You don't need the transformer I have here. You don't need the vending machine I have here, but you need a computer, a communications motherboard, a satellite dish. I have the medium variant. You can use a small variant. It's cheaper. And you'll need a minimum of 10. Not 9. You'll need a minimum of 10
Hunger caution.
landing pad basics is what the kit is called. That'll allow you to make your data and power, which... Why is mine damaged? Weird. But that'll let you make the landing power, data, and basic, and a 3x3 square, with the center square being that little blinky variant thing I've got there. And then you'll have to weld them up with steel. And that'll let you call in traders. And some of them sell seeds, some of them sell food, water, gases, ores, all kinds of stuff. But yeah. Crispy, just take an airlock tutorial and get good at building the airlock. There's other tutorials to go along to show you to get started without showing you oxygen water. Oh, I have potatoes. Yeah, potatoes are what you're going to want to grow. Just make sure you use this. If you tap F1, you get this menu, and you can type in potatoes or potato. And just make sure you're at least meeting these minimum values. So you want a minimal grow temperature. So you need to be over 0 degrees Celsius, but no more higher than 50 degrees. Make sure you have the minimal grow pressure of 25 kilopascals in your base for the potatoes. So make sure you're meeting these. I do have on my channel on YouTube here the Getting Started series has kind of what you need for getting a basic setup to grow potatoes in it. But make sure you're meeting those, because once you're out of seeds, it's game. But yeah, if you have those potato seeds, you're still in the clear. But just make sure you don't lose them all. Let's see. This is all convoluted back here. As soon as I had air, water, food, I'd start working on trade ships. Yeah. Trade ships are something you don't need, but they allow you to do different things because they'll sell you different seeds and whatnot. But get the basic things set up before you start worrying about these guys. Especially if you're new to the game. I wouldn't worry about trying to get traders to do something, but you should have those potato seeds. Do be careful. You should have started with 3 seed types. You should have started with wheat, soybeans, and potatoes. Potatoes are going to be your bread and butter for survival for the early game and even beyond. So, do be careful about losing them. I have this extra copper that was for you. I'm going to activate that, but yeah. Guess some info your videos just learning. Oh, well, there you go. It does, you do get better at it. I don't like saying things get easier, but you do get better at it as you do more. You'll learn it, and it, I like the learning process for this game. It's very fun. Turn off my light. Soybeans, 1 wheat seed. There we go. There we go. Plant that. And wheat. Yeah, we might as well eat a muffin. There we go. Eat a muffin. Have some water. My base pressure does seem to be on the rise again. It's good. Go. Is it best just to use grow light instead of trying sun to get good amounts of power? Grow lights do use a bit of power. But depending on how you set up your base, you can just use the sun. There's no problem with that. You do need to have glass windows, and those do add heat slowly to your base. But either way is fine. If you're going to use the grow light, be aware that if I look at the potatoes here, there is a light per day value and a darkness per day value. So if you always have the grow light on, that's going to stress the potato plant and eventually kill it. So you need to turn it on and off. There are various ways to turn it on and off. I actually have a setup right here, if you look at it, to turn on and off my grow lights automatically depending on the sun. So, this daylight sensor senses the sun. It senses specifically that solar irradiance value you see there. And I have a logic reader that reads in data
from the daylight sensor and outputs a variable of active. So it's just reading whether or not this is actively sensing daylight. And then I have a batch writer, which is bringing in from this logic reader. It is outputting an on value, and its data type is grow light. So it's telling these grow lights on this network to turn on and off based on whether or not this logic reader is reading if this daylight sensor is sensing light in the sky. But if you're struggling with power, I wouldn't use the grow lights. I would just use windows to allow the sun to grow your plants. But if you're fine with power, I would recommend trying to use the grow lights. It also depends on what plant moons / moon you start on. Yeah, that is also true. Some don't provide enough sunlight. Yes. But if you're on Mars, the sun is good enough to grow your plants. If you're on something like Mimas, it's not going to be strong enough. I don't think Europa is strong enough to grow your plants. I could be wrong on that one. Yeah. Not a lot to learn if you know how it works in real life, more or less, with an additional little curves, probably. Yeah, basically. If you're familiar with how it happens in real life, they fairly accurately modeled that for the game, so you just need to ensure you have adequate light for the plants, and ensure you have adequate pressure, in this case above 25 kilopascals in your base, and the correct gas mixtures. Plants don't like heavy pollutants or volatiles in the air. It'll kill them. And they need enough carbon dioxide to breathe. Your potatoes need enough carbon dioxide. Your soybeans needed carbon dioxide and nitrogen, but the potatoes, just the carbon dioxide. How are you doing, good centrifuge? Pretty well, actually. Yep, that count is dropping. You're on the rise. I'm actually going to stop this from going for a moment. Turn you off. Alright. We're going to pop inside, shall we? Oh, wait. Dang it. Actually, sorry. Going back out. My bad, base. You sound dirtier than me when I talk about it. Right now, I love that. I meant to, do this. I need to vacuum this system out, please. Process nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Good there, still good there, still good there. This is empty. That's why my base pressure stopped going up. Alright, pre-mix a bunch of this again. Yep, how are you doing on taking... Oh, that's a good chunk of that out there. It had 300 and something in there. Now we're down to 228. Maybe it didn't have 200 and something in there. I've only got... Oh, wait. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so you got another 226 moles of steam to get out of that system. And then I can start using my furnace again. I don't know why I put this away. Alright, that is all processed? Question mark. Nope, not yet. You got a little bit more. Ah, sweet. Now that's empty. Actually, I'm going to leave it on because I'm about to take that out. My suit. And... dirtier, nerdier. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant, but it sounded so much better to say dirtier. You dirty birdie. go. Yep. Vacuum those out. Yeah, we're good there. And alright. Perfect. Alright. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap the stream here. That way I can get to editing the videos here in a bit for for tomorrow's Stationeers episode that's going to come out. All about blowing things up, really. So yeah. I'm going to wrap this up here. Appreciate everyone who stopped by, hung out, chatted with me. I hope it was enjoyable. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you were entertained in some way, shape, or form. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button down below. All the normal YouTuber shenanigans, you know, do the things, yeah, stuff. But appreciate y'all stopping by. Thanks, everyone. Hope it was enjoyable. And remember, until the next one, to stay safe out there, everyone. Bye. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Later.